Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the first full week of August. It's been a productive summer. Like all summers, I think they go by way too quickly. But I don't know about you, but my kids are starting school again in 2 weeks. So it's crazy how quickly the summer has gone by. So you may have noticed that we haven't done too many. We basically took the month of July off from doing DEI talks just because a lot of you are traveling, myself included. Had a lot going on, and specifically this fall, we're going to be doing a lot of more DEI programming, and our DEI certificate programs rolling out in October. So there's going to be a lot of information coming up throughout the fall. So I figured, we take July off just to kind of relax a little bit, and now that we're back into August, want to kind of start doing some weekly videos again. And there'll be a couple things that we're going to be doing specifically in September and October to draw some attention to a couple things, and more details will be coming about that later. So, but for the month of August, one of the things I did a couple months ago, and I think several of you did the same thing, was Coupa HR's 21-day equity habit. It's on their website if you haven't seen it, but again, it was a great 4-week discussion about different things related to women in the LGBTQ community. So I thought it'd be kind of good for the next couple of weeks in August. That was a 4-week program where each week we basically kind of read some different things, read some articles, watched some videos, and talked about a couple different things related to those two topics. So I thought for the month of August, each week during August, we could kind of go through the 4 weeks of that program just to kind of let you know what was available, how you can get more involved with it if you're interested, and doing a little bit more with it. So like for week one of that program, it was talking about a heightening awareness of women's issues and challenges. So we're going to be focusing on that probably next week. And then the week two of that is more about things like working specifically to create equity for women in the workplace, specifically within higher education. So we're going to talk a lot about some of the things about how gender equity, women in leadership in higher education. So we're going to talk a little bit about that in 2 weeks. Week three for this month, we're going to talk about exploring the LGBTQ community in the workforce. If you remember, we recently did, LGBTQ Pride Month back in June. We kind of just touched on some basic stuff. We're going to get a lot more in depth here in a little bit. Talking a little bit more about a couple more introductions on the different types of communities and kind of some things that we can do in higher education to make sure we're acknowledging and moving forward with it. And then finally, kind of the last week of August, we'll talk about some opportunities to advocate for our LGBTQ colleagues in the workplace, specifically in higher education. So again, that's kind of what to expect in August. I'm really excited to be able to share all this information with you, and I'll provide each week a couple additional resources for you if you're interested in learning more about yourself specifically on these two topics. But again, just wanted to say hello again to everybody. I hope everyone's doing well and getting ready for school to start back up and moving into the fall. Again, you know me, I'm a big football fan, so Illinois football's in a couple of weeks, so I've got my tickets and I'm ready to go. So hope everybody's excited as well. So again, more information will be coming out next week on kind of our first week of the challenge, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.